Hey you guys, so it is January 8th and this is the start to a vlog. It is like, what time is it? I think it's like 12:30. I don't know. But I am reading Love, Life, and the List, and so far I think it's super cute. I'm on page 80 and it's just like a really cute, sweet novel. And the past 4 books that I've read have been like sci-fi, high intensity, a lot of action, a lot of murder, and I just needed a really light, fluffy book. And so this was perfect. I will say I'm finding myself relating more to the mother in this than the teenager, which is kind of funny because I'm only 20 years old, so you think I'd relate to the teenager more than the mom. But the reason I relate to the mom is because the mom suffers from a lot of anxiety, and she is actually afraid to leave her house and in fear of something bad's gonna happen. And I have that as well. It's called panic disorder, or that's what I got diagnosed with. It's like where you are literally afraid to leave your house because you're scared something really bad is going to happen. And there was a time period actually when I was a freshman in high school when I did not leave my house for basically 6 months. Like, my parents had to physically force me to leave my home, and it caused a lot of problems with areas in my life. And even today, especially with being how sick I am, it's easy for the panic disorder to kind of seep back into my brain because I stay home a lot. I'm home most of the time. Like this morning, I really wanted to go, yesterday morning, I wanted to go to church with my family, and I had really bad pain in my leg, but I feel like I could have really pushed myself to go. But the thing is, like, flu's running rampant, and I didn't want to get the flu, and I also just have like awful fears of like car accidents and everything, or like mass shootings and stuff. And I imagine all of these things in my head before I leave my house, like all these horrible things that could happen, like on the way to a place, or like in going to the movies. It's gotten to the point, it's really bad right now, where I don't want to go to the movies at all because I'm scared someone's going to like hurt me. And when I go to the movies, I sit down and I look at all the exit points and figure out a way for me to escape. And these are just things that normal people, I feel like, don't think about. But this mother just reminds me so much of my mental, like, issues that I have with stuff like that. She's just like scared of everything, and that's how I feel. And it's very like, it's just discouraging, and it honestly just is awful. It sucks. It's the worst feeling in the world, being so scared that you don't leave, and it does affect your life. So, but this book is also inspiring me to maybe face some of those fears. Like, tomorrow I have physical therapy, and normally I would just go to physical therapy and come home, or I'd go to my doctor's appointment and I come straight home. Like, I go there and I come right back. But I told my mom that tomorrow I want to go eat lunch, and I want to go to Barnes & Noble, which books really help me with this, and I want to go out and enjoy some of my day tomorrow. So I am proud of myself that I'm doing that. This book makes you kind of want to like do things because it's about setting goals and completing them to better yourself. So I am really like actually getting inspired by this book. So yeah, but that is all. I will update you guys later. I honestly feel like I could finish this tonight. It's a super like easy read. I don't know if I'll finish it tonight, but I feel like I could. And yeah, but I will update you guys later, let you know how far I got tonight, and tell you what time my insomnia-ridden ass goes to bed. So I will talk to you guys later. Hey, you guys. Bye. It's 5 a.m. again. This is my second night in a row. No, not in a row. I went to bed early. The second night in like 3 days that I have stayed up reading until 5 a.m. But I finished Love, Life, and the List, and I really liked it. And I am gonna say that, like, so I don't know if I'm gonna give this a 4 or a 5 stars. I'm gonna kind of sleep on it, and I know that sounds ridiculous. I know, okay? It's not that serious, but I want to give it a 5, but there's certain things in it, like, just that was so cheesy. And I'm just, like, not a cheese best person. Oh, as I say that, there's Cheez-Its in the background. Sorry, that was ridiculous. Just ignore what I just said. Anyways, I really did enjoy it. It was like towards the end where it was getting super cheesy and I was like, oh wow. But I loved the family dynamic in this. I love the character, the main character. I absolutely love Abby. She is like the sweetest girl ever. And I found myself, so I thought when I read The Upside of the Unrequited, I never know which way to pronounce it because I'm ridiculous. I found that I was expecting to relate to her with her, you know, romantic life, how she has crushes and stuff, and I did not relate to the character in that book. But in this book, I related to how she has crushes, because with me, when I've had maybe 2 serious crushes in my life, and they lasted for a very long time. So that's how she is. She's had one crush and it lasted for a really long time, and you know, she like really liked this guy, and that's more how I have crushes. That's the only thing I really related to her on, which is fine. I mean, I don't demand that I relate to the characters, but I just found that I so much enjoyed this. It was very inspirational and makes me want to do more things and put myself out there more. It gave me a very inspired feeling after reading this, but I am thinking I'm going to settle with a 4.5 out of 5 stars, but on Goodreads I'm going to go ahead and put a 5, but then put 4.5 because I'm just being picky. But I really liked this. I really did. It was excellent, and I strongly recommend it. This was my first Kasie West book. I've heard she writes really good books like P.S. I Like You, and then there's another one that I'm thinking of, but it's on the tip of my tongue and I can't think of it, but yes, it was good. I read 2 books in one day. Haven't done that in a while, so yeah. Tomorrow I think I'm going to take a break from reading. I am busy tomorrow, so I'm going to take you guys with me and everything, and I'll have like a haul for you because I'm buying books tomorrow. But yeah, it was good. I was happy. I'm going to sleep on the rating. I'm not going to rate this until I sleep, because I find that after I read a book, I rate it, and then I go back like 2 days later and I rate it something completely different because I sit and reflect on my book, because I don't know. I just do that. It's ridiculous, but I am very happy. I'm very happy and satisfied. This just was a good feel-good book, and I needed that because the first 4 books I've read this year have been utterly terrifying and scary and full of fear and killings and murder, and I needed a good, lighthearted, fluffy, contemporary book, and this was perfect. So I'm gonna try to sleep. I'm leaving my house at 12 o'clock tomorrow, so hopefully I get at least a solid 6 hours. So I will see you guys in the morning. Hey guys, so it is 7:30 and I am sitting here trying to figure out what I'm gonna read, and I don't know. I've got 6 books over here and I'm looking at them and I honestly just have no idea. So the first book I have sitting on top is Catching Fire. So I need to finish a series because I keep starting them and then I don't finish. Like, I still haven't finished Twilight, which is awful, I know, but I honestly think I'm gonna DNF that series. I don't think I have it in me to read Breaking Dawn. The first 3 are just so bad and I cannot like it, so I don't know. But, oh, and Mama is listening to the audiobook of Anna Kendrick's Scrappy Little Nobody, and good. She has told me all day that me and Anna Kendrick are literally the same person. She said she feels like this whole audiobook she's been like talking to me, having conversations with me, just because of the stuff we do, our characteristics. So that's kind of cool. So I'm excited to read that because, and so far some of the stuff she's told me, it's literally me, stuff that I do. So yeah, and I always have loved Anna Kendrick. I think she's awesome. So yeah. But anyways, this is one option. I really need to continue reading. I like The Hunger Games. I gave the first book a 3 out of 5 stars. Like, it was enjoyable. So I want to continue reading this. The next book I have is Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. This is the Grisha trilogy. First book in the series, or in the trilogy. I really want to read this, but I don't know. There's just so many options. You know what I mean? Like, and then I have City of Bones. This is the first book in the Mortal Instrument series. So This is another book that I'm dying to read. There's just so much to read in so little time, I feel. So then I've got Court of Thorn and Roses, which is a book I really, really want to read. I hear it's like just like a guilty pleasure, and I'm kind of in the mood for a guilty pleasure. Nothing too serious, kind of like just fun to read and all of that. I've heard the romance in this though, that it's kind of cringeworthy, I guess, and that it's like kind of abusive, so I'll see. So, got that. And then I've got this ginormous book, It, which I am slowly working my way through. I'm on page 233 of this book, so I'm like getting through it, but slowly. And I'm kind of in the mood tonight to just sit and read, because I know on Wednesday on our 24-hour readathon I'm going to want to finish a lot of books, and I've already got books in mind that I'm going to like set up just next to me. I'm not going to call it a TBR because the books could change, but I just have books in mind that are kind of short, not super long, that's not going to take me like the whole day to get through, and I'll share that with you guys on Wednesday. But I kind of want a book tonight where I can just sit and just read it and not really intend on finishing it or anything and just enjoy it. So that's kind of why I want to read this, because I know that I'm not going to finish this tonight. I'm not probably going to finish it in the next 2 or 3 days even. I'm just wanting to kind of read tonight and not have any goal of finishing a book. So this last book is also part of that whole theory, and that is the Game of Thrones. I know I cannot sit down and read this tonight. It's just going to be a book that I could start, maybe get 100 pages through and then stop, which is what I want to do tonight. I want to read just a solid 100 pages today. I don't want to read a whole book. I read 2 books yesterday, and I'm just kind of tired and drained after reading 2 very good books yesterday. So I kind of just want to read 100 pages and be done today. And that's it, because I do have kind of a goal to read at least 100 pages a day. Not that I'll do that every day, but that's just like the main idea. Also, I wanted to tell you guys the official rating I gave to Love, Life, and the List. I gave it a 3.5 out of 5 stars, and I'm going to tell you kind of a little review on it. So, after sleeping on it and thinking about it today, I really did like it. And I found that though, because I've been reading a lot of fantasy these past few weeks, I am not a big contemporary fan anymore, which is weird for me, because when I was like 13, 14, I read a lot of contemporary books that I really, really loved, and contemporary used to be my favorite genre. It's not anymore. I realize that it's a lot of the same thing, a lot of really annoying tropes, really cheesy with the romance, kind of just too much. And the thing about this book, and I'm a person about realistic endings, the ending of this book to me isn't realistic. It's never happened to me. I've not ever seen it happen to any of my friends, so I'm kind of just like, that doesn't really happen. But I mean, I get that the author wants it to be a happy ending, but sometimes the happy ending is just like, yeah, that would never happen kind of thing. So I mean, it could happen, I guess, but I don't know. But I just found myself like really enjoying it. I liked it. I read it in 4 hours. Like, it was a good book. I don't know. It was enjoyable. I just wouldn't say it's a 5-star book or a 4-star book. It was a 3.5. It was decent. So yeah, but that is my big review on it. I did like the mental health representation in it. That was awesome. I related to the mother because I have a similar issue that she has. But yeah, other than that, it was good. I liked the main character. Abby was great. I loved her. Thought she was fantastic. But yeah, everything else was just kind of, you know, it was just a good read. So, but I will, I guess, inform you guys later what I decide to read. This vlog is getting kind of long, so I probably will end it later and just tell you what I decide to read, and then tell you tomorrow how I did. But I will talk to you guys later. Guys, bye. So I am in my bed. It is 11:15, and I'm actually about to just kind of wind down for the night, go to bed at a decent hour, I think, which is good. The book I started, though, was City of Bones by Cassandra Clare, and so far it's very intriguing. Very intriguing. I didn't get far, did not read 100 pages. I've been trying to read at least 100 pages a day, but yesterday I read 2 books, so I mean, I'm going to give myself a little bit of a break. But I just wanted to end the vlog. I will see you guys tomorrow. Sorry, this one was not super interesting, but please subscribe, like this video, and yeah. So I will see you guys next vlog.